Good? Alright. So, I'm having to, come on this way, having to drop some of these bags got a little moisture so they hardened up a bit. So I'm just trying to break them back apart. And I'd be running, what in the heck is he doing? No, this isn't some kind of witchcraft ring or something like that. It's my attempt to keep the pool legs from sinking in. Last year they sunk in, we had to drain it and put, flat rocks under them. And so I figured I'll just make a thin, like 1.5 inch thick ring all the way around for the feet to sit on. So that's what we're doing. So I dug a little trench all the way around. Not perfect by any means, but it's not meant to be perfect. It's meant to stop those legs from sinking in. So I just got a couple bags left. And you might also be wondering, well, why isn't he mixing it first? Well, I'm kind of lazy. And again, I don't need it to be perfect. If it cracks, when it cracks, I'm not going to be too upset because it's just serving as a harder surface that won't sink in, because everything else is clay. It just sinks when it gets wet. So I'm also going to use, check this out. I'm going to water it down. I'm going to mix it in the little trench with my Sun Joe power hoe. Oh man, it doesn't get any more redneck than that. But that's the plan. Go ahead and hit pause. Is it ready? So I also, whenever I go to Lowe's, I keep an eye for these in the concrete lane, or aisle, because they break bags an awful lot. And if you look, these usually they'll fill them up and they're like $1. So you end up getting concrete that the bag's broken, but you get it for 1/3 the cost or so. That's a different type, but I don't care. It'll work just the same for this project. So it's a way for me to keep a little bit of concrete on hand if I know I'm going to be using it, which I'm always using a little bit of concrete. Good to have enough around to set a post or something. So that's something to keep in mind too. We got rain coming in, it looks like. Wasn't really supposed to today, but I don't think they pay weather people for accuracy. I think they're like, weathermen are like, weather people are like Major League Baseball hitters. You can be wrong 2/3 of the time and still be considered good. Isn't that right, camera lady?
Yep.
Yep. You can pause it. Artistic license, right?
Of course. We're watching the storm come in and wondering if it's gonna help with the concrete project or hinder. More to come.
We're watering concrete. Woo! I'm gonna get it soaked pretty good, and then I'll mix it down to the dry stuff with the power hoe from Sun Joe. They should change the name of it from cultivator tiller to power hoe. Sun Joe, whoever company you are, you have my permission to call it the power hoe. Doesn't look like it rained much, so. Anybody watching this
Me.
I
am.
realize that there's nothing better to watch on TV than some dude watering concrete. Definitely not using it to the bag specs. All right, before it gets too bad if it does start raining. I'll show you how to do it. It's a very complicated method of, oh, I need the battery. Hey, babe, get the battery. I guess I just have to use like a manual without the battery. Hello? Ahoy there. Pause it.
I'm melting.
See, it's still wet underneath there. Or dry. Wet. Dry. So I'm going to hit it some more with water, and the rain's going to help too. If you want to go inside and look from the window, and you just pause it and record every once in a while to show progress.
I might
Highly
melt.
technical process here.
Retreated so we don't melt like the Wicked Witch. Now we're watching a crazy person water concrete in the rain. Pure joy.
Oh yeah!
You might be a redneck if you do concrete work in the rain.
That works great. It's raining though. Ooh, that's too much. Ah, perfect. Are you recording? That's perfect. Look, I loosened it up and now the water can get in there more. That's great. You should pause it.
Cameraman playing tricks on me.
Ready?
Told me to
So
stand
that was
here
a timely rain.
where I wouldn't get wet.
Like, whoop, all muddy and clay in here.
I'm getting wet.
But I have my trowels, and I think I'm going to go for the oval one. A little more rain than I wanted, but it's pretty much the right amount, honestly. Now I've got some of these chunks of the old broken concrete, or the pre-mixed, unfortunately. I can pound those in, I don't know. Pound them into the ground. Yeah, that'll work. Pound it flat. And the nice thing about the rain is I can see the low spots. Because this is most certainly not level. And some might say, well, you need it perfectly level for your pool, don't you? Nonsense. Last year it wasn't very close to level and it worked just fine. Until it was way too far out of level because the legs sunk in. Remember, perfection is overrated. You know, unless you live in an HOA or something, then somebody would see me doing this and they'd be on the phone to whoever's in charge saying, hey, you can't do that. He's got to pay $30,000 for a pool install like I did. Way too much water over here. Clearly the weatherman didn't call me and make sure it was okay to have rain. This is looking pretty good actually. So I can just add some more right on top while it's wet. And it'll be good. This will need some more concrete here for sure, because it's not dug in. That was the low side. Good arm workout.
Yeah, my arms are getting a little tired too.
What are you whispering over there?
I was saying my arms are getting tired too.
Yeah. Yeah. So you get the gist. I'll put a little more concrete down, smooth it out, and then we'll have the end of the video. You can pause it.
Whoop, whoop. We are now mixing in additional concrete to the low spot as previously discussed. Free commentary provided by the mystery woman. That's me. I think I found a concrete hoarder. Yet another bag.
Oh. Ow.
Old man.
A low spot. Taken care of.
Now, while you're doing this, you may want to have a beverage handy. Today it's Corona Refreshka, and it's pineapple lime. Not too bad. I'm working really hard doing this.
That's the other sister Handy-ish, and whatever nonsense she's telling you, probably not true. Or it's true. Who knows? I'll find out later when I decide whether to allow it on YouTube.
Siblings. Jealous.
Now the low spots on the inside will get just filled with, leveled off with sand. I think I just got dizzy. Yeah. I think it's done raining too.
I'll attempt to walk down for a closer view for you. Hopefully I don't fall down on my chicka wow wow.
Plenty of water here because that's where it pooled, where the water runs off of everything. Fortunately, after now, it ain't supposed to rain at all until like a couple days from now. So the concrete will have time to set. And I'll have time to get sand to put in the middle and level it off. All right, let's see what this is gonna look like. Now again, I know it's not gonna be level. It's not like I come out here with a laser level and got it just right. My hope is that it's close. Remember, I dug down a little, so if it looks like it's flush, that's fine. It's flush with the ground level, but then it was dug out. So it's just a little bit of a pad for it to sit on. Is this the goofiest thing you've ever seen, camera lady? I guarantee it's the goofiest thing some people on YouTube have ever seen.
You are the process.
Yes. Yes. Of course, the process is a product of my goofy brain, which, depending on who you ask, is either really lazy and stupid or really lazy and intuitive? No. Innovative. I'm going to go with innovative. This is innovative. And it's still lazy. But I'm saying this is going to work a lot better than putting it up and then having to let all the water out and
But question,
redo it.
aren't all innovative people lazy?
Probably not.
Well, there's the light switch to create light without having to light a fire. That seems pretty...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, most invention is to make life easier, isn't it?
I do like indoor plumbing.
Doesn't this look halfway like I knew what I was doing? I mean, I can fake it. I mean, there's plenty of concrete pros that are like, no, you ain't faking nothing, buddy. You're an idiot. They've said so on other videos. Well, that's okay. My cheapy pool will work just fine with this. And I know the weeds are going to inundate and it's going to crack, but it'll still keep it from pushing. I'm just kind of flattening it-ish. Guess I go from this way so you don't have to see my butt the whole time.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
And it's not as muddy out here. This is the low side again, so I had this cheap edging just to kind of hold it a little bit with some random stuff behind it to kind of hold it. This will need a little more water. But I think you get the gist of it. This is a long enough video. I'll go back over it probably another time after I water it, and then I'll trowel it smooth. And it'll look slightly less bad than it does now.
Slightly.
Or do you think I should
To be
just
seen.
pause it?
TBD.
Okay.
Until next time.
All right. Yeah. So I got it all tamped down, and I'm going to come by and smooth it out. Not to the point that it'll be perfect, of course. Ain't no way I'm going to make this perfect, but be a little better. And any spot that I see a little low while it's wet, I'll be able to add a little more if needed. But, I mean, this is all I'm doing. I think that's the end of this video. What do you think, camera lady? Should we add anything?
I think we got it covered.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going right up to this pad. And smoothing it out some. Some of the concrete that'll be under the pool will bust off because it's too thin. And then the sand will just mix in with that and it'll be fine. Thought about doing the whole thing, like having ready mix brought out and do an actual form and pour a whole pad, and it's like, well, it's a lot of extra labor, a lot of extra money. It probably would be better. Of course, then you got to put like a foam pad because now you got a concrete floor instead of a sand floor. Just put sand and dirt. So I don't know. This is an improvement over what we had. So anyway, see you later.